Alright guys, today we're going to go over a Smith machine hamstring and glute hyperextension. Now this is something we're going to incorporate in your program if you don't have a hyperextension piece of equipment. Now, is this the most effective movement? Probably not, but if we are limited on equipment, it is something that we can certainly incorporate, create another hamstring or glute focused movement for our program. So the idea is to obviously be replicating that machine as best we can. Here with the Smith machine, you could utilize a barbell, however, it is not going to be as stable, so it's not really advised. So with our setup, if you can and you have one available, we're going to utilize a pad to put on, obviously to create a little bit more comfort around the hip area. With our bar placement, we're going to have it, for me, I have it set up basically, I'd say a length of a hand below my hip bone. So when I feel for my hip bone and I put my hand down, I'm basically a hand length below my hip bone. From there, we're going to be focusing on foot placement. So first I'm going to walk all the way up to the bar until my legs are touching. So once my legs are pressed up heavily against the bar, we're going to go a foot length behind our current foot placement. So if we bring our feet together, lift our foot up, transition all the way out. Now this is going to be our foot placement here, and I'm going to bring my other foot in line, and we're going to go roughly shoulder width apart here. Now that I'm shoulder width apart, you'll notice that I'm up on my toes. I'm going to maintain this positioning here. You're going to need a grippy floor. If your floor is slippery, this is unlikely to work, and we're going to need to put some plates in place to keep you in this position here without slipping back. So that may look like 2 5-kilo plates, or you might even utilize elevation plates. Now, because I'm working on rubber mats and have a grippy floor, I'm not going to utilize anything for the example here. So as for bar placement, we're going to have that sitting sort of in line with the top of our hips here, just on our waistline here. So the bar placement and your foot placement should allow for you to comfortably have it in that position. So from here, again, I've got a nice grip on the floor. I'm going to, as I would normally with a hyperextension, I'm going to keep a nice straight back here, and I'm going to start folding myself over the bar, obviously leaning all my weight on the bar here. And then as I continue to fall over, I'm going to think about taking my hips up into the air to get a nice stretch through my hamstrings. So my hips are up in the air. I've got a slight bend in my knees to create tension on my hamstrings. And I'm going to come down as far as I can while maintaining a nice straight back. Okay? Once I get to the bottom and I can feel my hamstrings have completely tightened, that's going to be my depth. So from here, I'm going to drive my hips forward and thinking about pulling my feet back, coming all the way up, squeezing my glutes at the top of the movement. Coming down until my hamstrings are nice and tight. Again, keeping a nice straight back, because what's going to happen is if I start to fold at the bottom of the movement here and around my back, I'm going to lose tension on my hamstrings. So I'm going to keep my back nice and straight while keeping that grip on the ground. I'm going to think about pulling my feet back and driving my hips forward, squeezing my glutes at the top. So this is how your movement should look. Now, as you continue to progress through the movement, you can begin to add load by grabbing a plate, dumbbell, kettlebell, holding it nice and close to the body, and then completing the movement as previously just shown. All right, guys, that is a quick breakdown of the Smith machine hyperextension.